परम धाम कैवल्यमेकं तुरीयं प्रसन्नं प्रपन्नार्तिहं देवदेवं परब्रह्मलिंगं भजे पांडुरंगम। Ramakrishna Hari, we are seeing this video series on topic what is the locus of Sukham, and in previous video we have refuted place, time, knowledge and ignorance. They can't be locus of happiness or they can't be source of happiness. We have refuted that, and this is our concluding video. We are going to conclude with this video this beautiful wonderful topic. Today we have some arguments. We will see that and we will conclude what is the actual locus of happiness. First argument is, in our Indian heads or in our Indian country, it is believed that not doing anything is source of happiness. When we don't do anything, we feel ahaha, I am happy. For example, one boy was sitting in corridor and one old person came to him. He asked that boy, why don't you go to school? He said, okay, if I go to school, what will happen? He said, you will get nice college in future so that you can have one degree. He said, okay, after that degree, what will happen? He said, you will get a nice job in multinational company. Okay, I will work for 20-30 years. Then what will happen after that? He said, then you will enjoy your retirement. There will no worry in your life. You will enjoy that. That boy said, what am I doing right now? Why I should go through 30-40 years of hardships and then enjoy happiness? Right now, I am not doing anything and I am happy. But this is somewhere in our head. When we don't do anything, we feel that person is happy. We are going to refute this argument. In Sanskrit word, if I want to put this argument, then I will say Vyapara Karana Abhava is sign of Sukham. Not doing anything is sign of Sukham. So we negate this idea. We say when we go to deep sleep and when we see dream, in that dream we don't feel happiness because all limbs are quietened down, not doing anything. In that Vyapara Karana Abhava, I don't feel happiness, and we can't describe our dreams. Sometimes very dreadful dream we have in our life. So in Vyapara Karana Abhava is there, all limbs are not doing anything, still I don't feel any happiness. So I can't say not doing anything is source of happiness. Instead of that, in Vyavahara we see when we do Vyapara of eating, going somewhere, we feel happy. So it is totally contradicting statement. Not doing anything gives happiness. Second important point is, argument is, absence of sorrow is happiness. When we hear this, we feel yes, in my life there is no sorrow, I am happy now. But absence of sorrow cannot be locus of happiness. Why? Some explanation on this. Absence means non-existence, and non-existent thing cannot give birth to some existing thing, because dukkha abhava is non-existing, and that dukkha abhava cannot give birth to sukha, which is bhava swarupa. One way of explaining. Another way is dukkha abhava and sukha bhava. These two different things are there, two contradicting opposite things are there, and these two different things cannot be there in one locus, because argument is absence of sukham, dukkham is sukham. So bhava and abhava, they cannot be together in one locus, they can't coexist. So this argument is not right. And in our deep sleep state, we feel happiness, and when we get up from our sleep, we say, I was happily sleeping. Means that Sukham, which I experienced in deep sleep state, that is not non-existent. It is something existing. So Sukham is not Abhava Rupa of something. Sukha is Bhava Rupa. Now third important argument is, somebody will say, okay, forget everything. You have refuted almost all ideas. Now my idea is, Sukham is attribute of Atma. Happiness is dharma of Atma. Then our Vedanta says, no. Sukham is not attribute of Atma. Sukham is nature of Atma. For an example, tarka, logic on this, if I show you blue lotus, in that blueness is the dharma of that lotus. When that attribute, blueness, goes away, then that blue lotus will not exist. Means I won't say it is blue lotus because attribute has gone away. Same way, if I say Sukham is the attribute of Atma, and then that Sukham goes away, then Atma will not be Sukha Swarup anymore. And this is contradicting to our Vedanta and Shrutis. Because attribute can go away, and once attribute goes, then I won't call that Atma as Sukha Swarupa. Okay, this is second argument. So Atma, Ananda is the nature of that Atma, not attribute of Atma. Then somebody will say, okay, I am that happiness, I am Atma, and I am that eternal infinite happiness. Why don't I feel that? This is the most important question. Or Vedanta is telling, you are happiness and I am feeling I am miserable. How to reconcile this? Why don't I feel I am happiness, of the nature of happiness? Then our simple answer is, you are happiness only, but your mind is not pure enough to recognize that happiness. Once your mind is pure, then you will recognize your happiness, nature, happiness, Swarupa. Ananda Swarupatva you will recognize. Otherwise no. For example, a full moon is there. On full moon day, full moon is there, but if your eyes, they have defect in them, then you can't perceive that full moon and you can't enjoy that full moon. Same way, you are full, but purity of mind is not there and clarity of thought is not there. If these two things are there, then you will feel I am Ananda Swarupa. So Ananda is not elsewhere, not in object, not in person, not any of these parameters. Ananda is my nature. And why don't I feel that? Because purity of mind is not there and clarity of knowledge, thoughts are not there. When I get these two things, I will be happiest person in this world. Now, few things about I am Ananda Swarupa. First thing is, I am that nature of happiness. My nature is happiness. We experience it in deep sleep. In our deep sleep, we don't have any person. This whole world is not existing there. Whole world is not there. And in spite of this whole world, I am happy. So I am Ananda Swarupa. When I get up, when I enter in this world, then all sorrow comes to me. So in our Pratyaksha Anubhav is there, direct experience of my happiness is there in deep sleep. Second is Samadhi. In Samadhi Avastha, by Anumana Pramana, we can infer that I am that happiness. Because when a Mahatma goes in Samadhi, that time he is not connected with this whole world. Still he is happy. And third is our Shruti Mata says, you are that happiness. Brahma is of the nature of happiness, and that Brahma you are. And last point is, I am that happiness. If this was not the case, then no mumukshu would have pursued this moksha. Because mumukshus, they are running after this Atma Jnanam and Atma. Therefore, Atma has to be Ananda Swarupa. Because nobody will run after any Dukkha Swarupa Vastu. So I have to understand that. One more question. If Sukham is not there in this whole world, then why do we say Sukham is there in that world, or Sukham is there in that place, or Sukham is there in person, object? Why this is there? If Sukham is not there in world, why people say Sukham is there and Sukham is coming from those objects? The simple answer is, when we go in the proximity of that object, from that object we receive some happiness, and because of that I say Vishaya Sukham. Actually it is my Sukham only reflecting in that object, but that Sukham is coming from that Vishaya or person. That is why I say, yeah, Sukham is there in these places. For example, ocean is there, water, huge water, be so much water, and when water comes from that tap, I say from where that water came. I don't say that this water is from ocean. I say this water is from this tap. Actually, tap doesn't have any water. It is from that ocean only. But it is coming from that tap. That is why I say, yes, water is from that tap. Same way, Sukham reflects in object, people for some time because of my projection, because of my notion. But actually it is not there. I am happiness. My nature is of the happiness. This I have to understand. There are so many questions on this, and these questions are very well dealt in our Vedanta. If I am of the nature of happiness, then why do I run after world? Because I haven't realized the mithyatva, falsification of this world. These all objects are dukkha swarupa. I haven't realized yet. That is why I am running after that. And in my personality, Atma Tattva, what is that Atmananda? What kind of that Atmananda is? I haven't know. That is why I am not paying attention to this Atma and running after world. When I understand the happiness of this Atma Tattva and mithyatva of this world, then I will not run after this world. Because I know sorrow is just surfacing there. Actually there is no Ananda, is just surfacing there. Actually Ananda is not there. And I am Ananda Swarupa. If this conviction is there, you will be happy. So we have refuted so many places, avenues, and we come to conclusion, I am that happiness. Why don't I feel? I need purity of mind and clarity of thought. When these two things are there, I will get it. There is no chance that I will not get it, because I am that happiness. And once I get this happiness, then I will not crave for this small happiness, and I will be totally dedicated to this spiritual path, and I will always seek happiness, blessing from my Atma Swarupa only. Okay, here we have completed our video series, and further topics we will see in next video series. Ram Krishna Hari.